Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0 player ratings. Not the best day at all. Actually, horrific day. The worst day as an Arsenal fan since we played Fulham on December 31st last year. So basically the whole year, we're in October now. This is the worst day as an Arsenal fan. Maybe even worse than the Aston Villa day, because the Aston Villa one, yeah, bad loss, but different. But this one hurt very badly. So let's start with David Raya. David Raya has been absolutely incredible for us this season. But today's game was probably the worst game that he's had in an Arsenal shirt. The first half he gave away the ball. Bournemouth had a chance. They almost punished us. In the second half, he also miskicked the ball. The penalty gave away, I don't really blame him. That is a Kivio mistake, but it was not a great day at all. For even Raya, there's a time that a cross came in, and instead of like punching it or grabbing it, literally just flapped it and it dropped down almost to a Bournemouth player. So Raya has been getting 9s and 10s this season, but today, David Raya, we have to go according to the game. And today's Raya's performance, it was a 4 out of 10. That is the lowest he's gotten so far this season. Horrific performance, 4 out of 10. Centre backs, Gabriel. I don't think Gabriel was that bad. I don't think any of the goals came from him at all. But yeah, we considered 2 goals, so nothing to say much about Gabriel. I'm going to try and rewatch the game again. I always rewatch the Arsenal game to see what I missed, but this one is going to be very hard to rewatch. Gabriel gets a 6 out of 10 for today. I think that is fair enough. William Saliba. Man, this is a bad red card, guys. This is a bad red card. Now he's going to miss the Liverpool game, man. Like that is just the worst time. Like, how have we managed to have Declan Rice getting a red card and missing the Tottenham game, and then Saliba getting a red card to miss the Liverpool game? Like that is just horrific. Like that is the world is falling on you, literally. Saliba, it was not his mistake. It was a mistake from Trossard. Trossard put him in a very bad position. But with that red card, I don't think you have to foul the guy. I literally did not think you have to foul the guy. You can just let him score. There's a lot of consequences that foul has a lot of consequences. You're having to play a third game of the season with 10 men, and then it's basically a whole game without 10 men. It's not like in the 80th minute or something. And then on top of that, you missed the Liverpool game. So not great. And that's the first time I've had Saliba having like 2 bad games in a row, because they also had a bad game for France last time. And today, that red card, we have to take it into consideration as well. We have to punish it as well in the ratings, and I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Not really his mistake that much, but I think it's a bad decision either way. Just let him pass. Don't foul the play there. And he's not going to give you a yellow card. He's going to give you a red card. You're an Arsenal player, so it's a red card anyway. But yeah, he's not going to not give you a red card, especially the VAR there. Terrible. Calafiori. I mean, we are a bit open. There's a couple of times that Semenyo had the opportunity to score on that side, on Calafiori's side. Again, Calafiori and Gabriel, I don't think they're as bad as some of the others, but I think Calafiori just average performance, 5 out of 10. Again, I'm going to rewatch the game, but Calafiori, 5 out of 10. They probably had a lot of challenges and all that to make today, because we were down to 10 men, so they had a lot of work to do today for sure. So Calafiori gets a 5 out of 10. Right back. But let's go to the right back. That is Ben White. Again, not the best performance. I don't think he was as horrible as some of the players. I think there's like 3-4 other players who were more terrible. But Ben White wasn't the best as well. So I'm just going to give Ben White a 5 out of 10 for today. Yeah, I'm going to watch the game again, as I said. But yeah, bad day to return to. I was super excited about Ben White coming back. I was very happy and all that. Bad day to come back. So Ben White, 5 out of 10. That is the difference. Hopefully, that is fair enough. Thomas Partey, in midfield, I think Thomas Partey worked hard. Didn't really make any errors. I could see him even in the 90th minute sprinting back to cover for us. So I think Partey was okay. I'm actually going to give Partey 7 out of 10. I think midfield, I don't think midfield was our problem. So Partey 7 out of 10. I think he worked extremely hard. So 7 out of 10 for Thomas Partey. Declan Rice, I am going to say the same for Declan Rice. I think in terms of energy and work rate, it was Declan Rice. Like when you're down to 10 men, Declan Rice can, make you feel like you're 10.5. At least like you can is 1.5. You know, he can make you try. He can try for you basically. So 7 out of 10 for Rice and Partey. Don't think they did anything wrong today. They worked extremely hard in midfield. 7 out of 10 for him. The only thing I can say about Rice, the corners, I don't know if it's because he's taking them from the other side. The corners are not great, and unfortunately, most of them are coming on that side, and Saka's not on the pitch, so the corners are not the best. 7 out of 10 for him, though. Next midfielder was Merino. Merino, again, another player who worked extremely hard. In that game when you're down to 10 men, I was hoping to see a lot of attacking from Merino today, but the moment you get the red card, he's having to do defensive work. You don't really get to see any of his attacking work. He had an opportunity before Sterling was subbed off. I think he should have gotten it on target. But again, I think Marine, in terms of energy and work rate, 7 out of 10 for the midfielders. Midfield was not our problem today. 7 out of 10 for all the midfielders. Up front, let's start with who started on the left side? Trossard. Horrific mistake. Basically, we got the red card because of him. You can even argue from the start, we lost that game because of him. So you cannot make that mistake. You know, you cannot. That was a horrible pass, very bad pass, and that is not the standards. As I would say that is not the standards. And even after that, I don't think he looked good at all for the rest of the game. And he basically put Saliba in a bad situation, and he put the team in a bad situation. I think he should have been the one to go off instead of Sterling. So for that mistake, he's actually going to be punished more on the player ratings than Saliba. So Trossard, 3 out of 10. Bad mistake. You cannot do that in this particular game. You cannot do that. Maybe you can give him a 4, but 3 out of 10. It's inexcusable. You cannot do that. And it was such an easy pass, and he hit it with so much power as well. Terrible. 3 out of 10. Sterling on the other side, he only played 35 minutes. So I'm giving him a rating for 35 minutes. When he was on the pitch, I think Sterling was our best player. I saw him giving away the ball once, but apart from that, I think Sterling was okay. So I'm going to give Sterling a 6 out of 10. He should have stayed on the pitch. He created the 2 chances that we had in that first half. 6 out of 10 for Sterling. Unfortunately for him and Merino, the first time they started in the Premier League for Arsenal, it's we've asked for different work from them. Sterling had to be subbed off, and Merino, we had asked him to do defensive work instead of getting on the ball and trying to create a couple of chances and getting into the box later on. Yeah, Havertz. I think Havertz has always worked hard, got us a couple of corners. I mean, you don't expect Havertz to do like Rooney or Aguero, Thierry Henry, and dribble past 5 players and score. In terms of work rate, what you need to do, he didn't really get a chance today to score, and he will say, he missed a chance now. So 6 out of 10 for Havertz for today. Worked hard, got us a couple of corners with individual, pace and work rates, but we didn't use them. 6 out of 10. The only time he came just close to score was from the corner, but that was not a good chance at all anyway. So that is the full lineup. Now the players who came on. Who was the first sub to come on? Kivio. That was even a worse mistake than the Trossard one, That was even worse than the Trossard one. That was absolutely horrific. That's why I even have him in the thumbnail as well, Kivio, because that was absolutely horrific, because that just kills everything. Maybe if he doesn't make that mistake, we get a corner and we get an equalizer and we get the draw. But that was horrific. And he did. Now, we have to be fair as well. In the first half, when he came on, there's a couple of tackles that he made, and I was like, okay, those good tackles. He gave away a couple of corners, but he made some good tackles and good defending. But did not look good for that. That mistake has to be punished heavily. That is a bad mistake. So just because I was about to give him a 3 as well, but just because when he came on the first 10 minutes that he was on just before halftime, he was okay. He made a couple of good clearances and all that. So I'm just going to give him a 4 out of 10. But that mistake, absolutely unforgivable. That takes away 4 on your player ratings right away. So 4 out of 10 for him. Gabriel Martinelli. Listen, when he came on, I was super excited. I knew this is the guy that is going to get a couple of chances and maybe help us create. And right away he came on, he put in a very good cross, and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we need on the pitch. But that chance drops to you. You have to make it 1-0. When you're down to 10 men, you're not going to get another 3-4 chances. You have to score that. And the whole 90 minutes, that is the only real chance that we got. So it proves the point that you're going to get a few chances. He got a chance and he did not score it. And either side of the goalkeeper, left, right, you scored the goal. Like, it is a mistake from them. We didn't punish them. And even in the corner kick that they scored from, Martinelli was around there as well, like in terms of sleeping. Nah. 5 out of 10 for Martinelli. Bad chance. Bad miss in terms of that chance. Bad miss. Was those? That's the only subs that we made. I mean, Jesus and Nwaneri. Can we really rate them? I don't really think so. So just Jesus 5 and Nwaneri 5. They went on for too long, and the game was pretty much over at that point. I'd already even stopped watching the game at that point. I was just like, this one is over. This one is definitely over. You're not going to get back from this one. 5 out of 10 for Jesus and Nwaneri. Mikel Arteta. Now for big wins like against Tottenham, I gave it like 9. I actually gave it a 10 out against Tottenham because, we didn't have Rice and Odegaard on that day, and it's going to won the game. Like teams like Aston Villa, games like that, I gave him a 9. Against Man City, I think I gave him an 8 or something. Those easy wins, like the games that we make it easy, like Wolves and games like that, I gave him like a 7 out of 10, good win and all that. When he makes a mistake, we also have to talk about it. Now, lineup-wise, some of you have said you wanted Nwaneri to start. Personally, I don't have a problem with the starting lineup. Defensively, fine. Midfield, some of you want Nwaneri to start. I had Trossard starting there and Martinelli starting on the left side in my lineup. Just go for it. And Martinelli was on the bench, so he made the squad. I did not have Merino starting for me, but I don't think Merino not like starting like is like, oh my goodness, I cannot forgive you for starting Merino and not starting Nwaneri. I don't think it's unforgivable. But I do understand Nwaneri should be getting a chance. I do understand that. He has been given chances this season. It's not like last season where they were never played at all. But starting lineup, I'm okay with. I don't really have a problem with starting lineup. Where I have the problem is taking out Sterling because he was our best player, and you cannot take out your best player in that situation. You have to keep him on the pitch, and he went defensive too early in the game. So it was a very crucial mistake. Yeah. Red card is not his fault. It's not his Trossard and Saliba in that situation. Second half, could he have done anything better? I wanted Martinelli to come on for Trossard in that point. That is fine. I don't think it's a game where you take off Merino and bring in Nwaneri. Maybe the last like 15 minutes, 20 minutes when you like want to go for it. But in terms of early in the second half, take off Merino and bring in Nwaneri. Now this kind of game you needed to work so hard, so I don't have a problem with that. My problem is taking out Sterling and keeping Trossard on the pitch. And yeah, I don't even have a problem with the starting lineup. So today Arteta is going to get the lowest rating of the season. Did we? Nah, I'm not even going to give him this. I'm going to give it slightly lower because I think in the first 30 minutes of that game, even before the red card, we did not look good anyway. So it's just going to be a 4 out of 10 for Arteta. Horrible day for us. Horrific day. Absolutely horrific day. So 4 out of 10. Man of the match, probably Declan Rice. I'm not going to talk about man of the match day.